Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Thursday, March 20th, 2014. I am Astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Today is such a powerful day in astrology because this is a new season beginning. This is a big deal for Earth because we're at the equal day and equal night. This is the perfect equinox point. This is where the southern and northern hemispheres shift gears. Now the north goes to longer days, and now the south goes to longer nights. You know, it's this big paradigm shift on Earth. And in all of our lives now, this is new beginnings taking hold because when the sun comes into Aries, it gets real supercharged for new beginnings. And that's what this season is all about. Aries is all about looking at yourself, defining what you are, beginning anew and starting fresh and charging forward. And it's interesting to see a Mars retrograde at this March 20th equinox point where, yes, it's about new beginnings. Yes, it's about taking action. But we got to make sure that we're taking action in a way that looks at the partnerships that are involved with us now, that looks at the harmony, the balance, that we're trying to push for peace and trying to find things in balance, that we're not overly pushing. And we're going to talk more about this next season that we're stepping into here. But I think it's so important today to really see that the universe is ready to spark things up, that this is a big turning point in your life, a big turning point for the Earth, and that today is the day to really look at what you're identifying with. I think we've gone very deep in our souls and allowing Spirit to give us a lot of signs, and it has been guiding us. And that period is still going on because we have Mercury and Neptune and Chiron still in Pisces. But when the sun moves into Aries, the universe is having us focus on what we want, what we identify with, who we are individually, and what we're going to take forward with. Now it's interesting, the moon is going to be in Scorpio today, and it's going to be conjuncting Saturn. And this can make it even funnier that here's the sun, ready to move forward in Aries, ready to charge forward with all of us, but the moon now comes on Saturn, which can be this restriction part, and it's in Scorpio. And what this signals to me as an astrologer is a day like today will really make it clear what you want. Because whenever the moon humps over Saturn, you know, it could be real chill and real serious. And I think we're about to take very serious today what we want and know what's in our truth and what's not. It's interesting, the moon has squared over to Venus, and we have Venus in Aquarius, and really we have Pluto and Venus doing a nice little action. So this signals today that I think we know what people to connect with, which ones we don't, because whenever you see a moon in Scorpio, Venus in Aquarius in a square like this, we know what we want to connect with, and we know who we don't. You know, one thing about the Scorpio energy, I think it's really coming down to there's an intuition, a spiritual knowing now of what we're into and what we're not. You know, we could totally have projects on the line. We could totally have these things we're now trying to identify with and wanting to move forward in. But there's probably these hanging emotions or even, you know, going deeper into things where we're starting to feel underneath the surface of like, you know what, that person, I just don't even like their energy. I'm over that. Or, oh my gosh, I love this energy. This is what I want to drive and connect with. And I think today we need to take seriously what our emotions say, and that's what to help identify with. And also, this can be a day where, you know what, the universe is ready to begin new and things can really spark up in your life today and really start to take hold, and maybe there's a setback because maybe you're not living in your truth, or maybe you're not connected with energy that you really want to. And this can be a day where it really makes you understand, you know what, I need to move forward into this energy. I need to connect here because this is what I want. This is what I want to receive. And more importantly, this is part of my truth. This is what my desires deep down and underneath want. And I think over the next couple days, there's definitely a gift from Spirit of clarity. Now, I'm saying that for people who are highly attuned, really paying attention to the universe right now, and paying attention to this higher source, because Mercury is about to conjunct Neptune here and come out of the shadow period of this retrograde period. This can also be, as an astrologer, to make some funky and fun predictions that there's going to be some really crazy news here, I think, in the next 2 days. It could either be all lost news, or it could really finally be the clarity we're looking for. I mean, this is definitely things gonna turn here in our environment, in the news front, in our lives, that this is definitely the signal that the universe has got us ready to engage, ready to move forward. And even though there's this trailing behind of a Mars retrograde, a Saturn retrograde, and Mercury coming out of shadow, and Pisces, and Neptune in Pisces, it doesn't mean that it still can't stop our awareness, our consciousness of identifying what it wants, what we want to start with, and especially the spark with connections and relationships and people that I feel that have actually been moving forward quite rapidly right now, and especially on days like today and over this weekend. So this is definitely a big marker for us all, and as an astrologer, I look at this as one of the most important transits of the year, the equinox period, especially when the sun comes into Aries, because the sun does very well in Aries. This is a cardinal time, this is new beginnings for us, and I really hope that today that you don't feel that you're set back, but you feel that you're empowered, that your plans can come together, that you're emotionally charged for this, and you're ready to move forward. Because the other half of the coin can mean you really will do anything to move forward. There's lots of planning to do, and you might feel restricted, and it could become frustrating or angry that you can't get where you gotta go. And I pray that that's not you today. Use this energy to see the big picture, that you can root your life in the right place, that you can take action, and it really comes down to your willpower and whether or not you're using it in the right manner. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or if you want to have a one-on-one reading. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you for the weekend forecast tomorrow.